Hello and welcome. Today is May 19th, 2026, and today is Trailer Tuesday. I'm your host, Xolo Q. I'm a Xoloids Queenly Reaper and Guide to the Underworld. And on today's stream, I'm going to be watching the trailers you guys suggested and reacting to them. So reacting to them, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Okay, we have a little bit of a diverse group of games today to look at their trailers and stuff. Perhaps the most notable one is going to be the first one we go over. Paralives official early access gameplay trailer. Looking forward to that. Paralives comes out, I believe, next Tuesday. So about a week from now. And I'm looking forward to that. So you best believe I'm going to be playing some Paralives, just like I was playing Inzoi. You know, trying out these games, seeing how they are. There's a lot of kind of things going on in the back of my mind right now as far as like ideas and things, as far as decoration and the possibilities. So I look forward to seeing this trailer so that I can have a better idea or grasp of the kinds of decorating decisions I'll be able to make. Maybe some of the in-depth play a little bit. I know this is only a gameplay trailer, so we're not going to see, you know, the super in-depth crazy stuff, and hopefully a little bit of everything, but I really hope we get a nice chunk of building in here so that at least we can fully kind of analyze or have an idea of what to expect when this game comes out. We also have, I believe, about 14 or 15 different trailers on the list today. The Paralyzed one is a little bit long, but we are going to watch the whole thing. And as we kind of go through it, I'm going to give my thoughts. I'm going to pause a few times, kind of talk a little bit about what I noticed, any observations, anything that stands out to me, and we're going to see how it goes. All right, so let's get started. Paralyze official early access gameplay trailer. Take a look at the early access gameplay trailer for Paralyze, a life simulation game developed by Alex Massey, or I don't know if it's Massey or Massey, or I don't know. Or Mass, maybe the E is silent, I'm not sure, and team. Players will embark on the ultimate game of life, from the bad and the good. Find a job, meet new people, and facilitate an original lifetime. Paralives is launching into early access on May 25th for PC on Steam. That is, I think that's actually Monday. Yeah, I think Paralyzed comes out on Monday. I think that's Memorial Day, actually. So a lot of people are going to have off that day. I don't know if they planned it that way for that reason. But at least in the States, that's how that day is off for a lot of people. So you best believe we're going to see some people playing this game. It's going to be interesting. All right, let's get into it. Let's take a look. Hello, Gene Vox. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, let's see what they have to offer.
So, what do you think her story is?
I bet this one is really organized with lots of hobbies.
I find it interesting that she's wearing like earbuds while doing all of this. I don't know if that's like a cosmetic accessory or if she's actually listening to music while doing these tasks. Like, is this multitasking for her, or is this just a cosmetic item? I'm curious.
And who's that behind her? Are they sisters? Or perhaps best friends?
Oh, no. She can pretend all she wants, but this one's a mess, I can tell.
You always liked a little bit of chaos, didn't you?
And her poor roommate is stuck cleaning up after her.
Oh my
Let's
god.
start over, shall we?
Jesus.
Maybe.
All right, so it looks like we have some public transportation options here. We've definitely seen this character before in previous trailers. I'm pretty sure they look pretty familiar to me. I don't know if the public transportation option of like going on a train is going to have more of a interactive experience for you as a player. Like, that's kind of interesting that they jumped to this, but we'll see.
Maybe. Let's see who's on board. These ones look interesting.
Stay on topic. We are not telling their story today. Instead, let's create our own household.
Oh. Hold on. That might be like default character like option screen. Like, you know how like, okay, so you see how on this screen on the left there's like body presets? I wonder if there's like character presets, and that's what that train was. Because if the character creation screen is on the train itself, that's kind of an interesting decision.
Sliders allow for full character customization, and different clothing options help you create a para just like you want them.
Allocate points and choose vibes and talents to really shape
Physique, mind, creativity, and charisma. Interesting.
your para's personalities.
Good at nothing. Wow.
Looking great. Now, I believe it's time for us to introduce ourselves.
I am Ricardo, and I am here to add some spice to your para's life.
And I am Maxence. I bring balance to your stories.
You can fine-tune the settings to customize your narrative even further. And let's not forget Stella.
She will make your life easy. Welcome to Melino.
Wow. I mean, this city, or I assume it says city, not just a town. Well, it says the town of Melino, but I mean, just off the bat, the architecture is like really interesting to look at. This is gonna be fun.
Melino is quite big, and there are lots of lots to start a new life on.
Lots of lots. That was a good one.
Our paras have some ideas of grandeur, so this one will do nicely.
Let's get building. You can build walls using the grid.
Or without. Perfect if you want to build without any restrictions. You can also create curved walls.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, if you can make curved walls on the grid, and it looks like you can. Interesting.
But the devs tell us you cannot place windows on them just yet.
Aw.
How handy! You can resize windows to your liking.
That is huge. Like, being able to just click and drag the size of the windows and just like morph it to what you want. I think that really shows some of the strength of the art style they decided to go with when it comes to this game, on both like the architecture and like the characters, because everything is so easily customizable, but like the shapes themselves are so simple that, you know, maybe someone with a really keen eye, or who's able to like be a little bit more imaginative, can make a much more complex looking build with just like simple decisions. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to. Oh my god, YouTube chat's breaking again. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Spidey. I'm so sorry. I hate that that happens. Like, I hit for it to connect, and it's like, yeah, we're connecting, and then it doesn't connect. Thank you, Spidey. Also, hello, Catchy Kochi. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Super Cholo. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Look, oh my god, we got 3 likes on the stream on the YouTube, so I didn't even see what you guys said. Hold on, let me take a look. Hello, Blue Eyes Dark Magician. Welcome to the chat. She is listening to the recipe. You're not wrong. Yeah, she's probably like, okay, what do I do next? Let's see. Delay, not working. Yep. Hello, Zeno Didi. Hello, Reaction Reviewer. And hello. Well, actually, yeah, that's everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know again. Jesus, I don't know why it does that. It's just getting annoying, because it's literally like everything else is automatic, but because of the way that YouTube sets up its like streaming, I have to like jumpstart it. Like, I have to kick it to get it to work. And it's like, if I forget that like one step, it just throws everything off. It's, oh, it's so awful. You know what? Let me give a quick shout out to you, Super Cholo. You're super cool, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Go follow Super Cholo if you can. Highly recommended. Anyway, well, as I was saying, yeah, YouTube is like the prodigal son. Oh my god. It's like, how do I say this? So because YouTube, okay, I should probably explain this better. So because YouTube is more of like a video platform before it became a streaming platform, like live streaming, its approach to live streams is more video focused and longevity focused than it is on other platforms, which is great. It's a big benefit, sure. However, that also leads to problems because if let's say I go live, right? And I tell the chat bot, okay, I'm live. The chat bot's like, okay, they're live. Cool. But the difference between something like Twitch or Kick versus YouTube is that with YouTube, I can have multiple streams at the same time that are completely unrelated, all featuring on the same channel. That's why a lot of times if you go to like a news channel or something, you might see like a few different live streams from different countries or different regions of the country or whatever, they're based in. That's why. It's because YouTube has that added feature, but it comes at the cost of things like your chat bots behaving normally whenever you start the stream. So there's always that chance it'll fail or that it doesn't automatically pick up. But it's just a pain in the ass. What's funny is apparently Kick and YouTube have less bots than Twitch combined. Yeah, I've noticed. Hello, Muzika Muzo. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get back into it. Here we go.
And with the terrain tools, the ground can be shaped as you see fit. Easy peasy.
It's quite convenient to...
Okay, so something I noticed that a lot of games tend to mess up here that I'm not seeing in this game, which is really comforting. So you see how they brought the terrain up with the tool here, and it just kind of automatically kind of connects to the edge of the platform, like it reaches that height without an issue. In a lot of other games, there'll be a gap between the platform and the terrain, and you can't close it. And it's one of the biggest pet peeves I have, I swear to God, when I build in like any game, and it's like super common. So that's really comforting to see that's not a problem.
Easy peasy.
It's quite convenient to add grass everywhere.
Don't forget the flowers.
Oh, I'm getting allergies just looking at this.
And for a little final touch, you can get really creative.
You can resize the plants. I didn't even think of that. That's actually pretty smart.
Using the resizing and the offset tools. Clutter is the best way to add details to a home and show off who your power folks are, don't you think?
Yes.
Agreed. Plus, you can use the color wheel to find exactly the right color.
Make the furniture fit your space, not the other way around. This living room is perfect for Talia. She loves it.
All the while, Nikki's already making a mess in her space.
Oh, and let's go back to the previous screen here. You know what's funny? Those sound panels, like on the desk, I have some that are just like these, but the difference is that mine don't glow like this, and it's like red and black instead. I just thought it was funny to see that.
Nikki's already making a mess in her space. Now then, money won't make itself. Time to...
Also, it was interesting that they had a box of tampons on the counter. I just thought of that, actually. I don't think I've ever seen that in a game. Like, ever. Hold on, let's go back. I know I'm overanalyzing, right? But let's take a moment to appreciate how realistic this seems. Because she's laying on the floor, right? Hold on, let's go back another frame. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I went too far. There we go. She's laying on the floor. You have objects that normally go on tables that are on the ground, right? You have the plant pot that spilled dirt on the side. That's interesting. You could see... Oh god, here we go. Sorry. You can see you can see the steam coming off the pizza. That's a nice little detail. You know, you have some little music notes coming off here. And then you have like some shirts, a cactus, gaming console. You can definitely tell, like, you know, the vibe. And I like this little skull planter thing. That's so cute. Oh my god, I love that. And then You know, you have like a puzzle on the ground, it's all messed up, kind of dirty, right? You have one of those like heating water things to put on you. So I wonder if that's going to be like something that your character uses, or that characters can use like when they get sick or something, or if they get an injury. It's interesting to see so many like details here that are not like, I guess, a huge ask, you know what I mean? So like the clutter items are cool, but just seeing a random like, you know, tampon box like on the counter here, like on the dresser, it just adds to the realism, you know what I mean? Like it just has that like quality, like, I don't want to say quality, it's more like attention to real life essence, that I feel like a lot of games don't really have when it comes to like clutter items and things. Like they'll give you clutter items to place, but then you have to get like creative with how you place them to make it look busy, you know? But with this game, so far what I'm seeing is really nice. I really, really like what I'm seeing here.
All the while, Nikki's already making a mess in her space.
It feels lived in.
Now then, money won't make itself. Time to get a job.
Ooh, okay, hold on. We got gameplay programmer, back-end developer, not qualified. Okay, well. Store clerk, waiter, receptionist, store clerk, florist, studio reception. This is interesting. Okay.
Flexible.
Oh, here we go. If you look at the left, like on the left side here, there's like software development, art, service. So that could be like, you know, being a receptionist or something, or service sector kind of jobs. Music, education, management, maintenance, healthcare, science, fitness, food. I wonder why. Oh, I didn't mean to bump the mic there. I'm so sorry. I wonder if there's other categories that they're looking to add, because I don't see anything for like security type services. So like, for example, like being a security guard, or like a police officer, or like someone in the military, or like, you don't really like, I don't see any of those like kinds of like things. Like there's no like government job section, like public sector section, if that makes sense. But I don't know if that's mostly because of like how they decided to categorize this, because healthcare has its own thing, and like depending on what country you're in, that could be seen as public or private sector. So I don't, same thing with science. So I don't know. That's a really interesting, it's a good start. This is pretty interesting.
Schedules, huh? That's quite convenient.
If only it were that easy. You know, the actual job market now, you go sit down, you fill out 100 job applications, you hear back from maybe 1 or 2 people, and it's like an AI interview. Okay? Like, this ain't realistic at all. So as far as like realism, I don't know. I'm looking at this sideways. Thank you for the hydrate, Majin, and thank you for the stretch. What did you do? I'll do that real quick. Thank you. Thank you. Let me read the chat real quick. Let's see. Happy Trailer Tuesday. Happy Trailer Tuesday to you too. Kind of similar to Planet Zoo terrain mapping. Yes, I agree. It is really similar. See, nice clutter. Yep. Job market is so fucking shit. Yep. Fucking shit. I'm so worried, either because I can't hear shit back or anything. All I need is employment. A lot of people are in that boat. I know someone who got laid off a couple of years ago, and they still have not been getting successful employment. And they've had interviews. Like they actually got all the way to the end of one of their interviews, and the company was like, yeah, we want to hire you, but we're not hiring right now. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, literally, what the hell is that noise? What is that? You guys hear that? It was like a beeping. What the hell? That was weird. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Did you hear like the boops? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, but you know, I know someone who literally got to the end of the job interviews. I mean, literally, like layer after layer after interview. They did practical exams for the interview. They met with the teams. They talked to the managers. They did all the things, right? We're talking an interview process that ate up like 6 hours of his life, right? They said, we want to make you an offer. And then like 2 days later, they're like, sorry, we can't hire at this time. We have a job freeze or whatever. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? Like, what? So now they're sitting unemployed, not sure what to do. They're still applying to other places in the meantime. It's like, you know, but at some point people are just going to be like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Hi there. Hello, Baron. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I'm highly considering making a LinkedIn, even though I know I shouldn't. If I didn't live with my parents, I'd be homeless, but my parents are getting old and I am 30. I need money. Yeah. I mean, I understand. I'm at that point. What am I supposed to do? Well, you could do what I did, maybe. I don't know. I don't know your situation. Like, okay, this is not financial advice, okay? This is not financial advice. Find something that like actually genuinely interests you and figure out how to do that one thing in a way that makes you money. Like, maybe research, find out, okay, like, what service can I provide? What thing can I do? But I think the main thing that a lot of people have been starting to do in this gig economy is that they've been doing things outside the box. So for example, you know, there's people out there who just walk people's dogs, and they're just dog walkers, and they'll walk a few dogs, you know, every day or a few times a week, and then they're able to pocket that money, and then they're able to use that, save up. I mean, you still got to pay taxes and all that, but you know, something to think about. Maybe I should provide streamer setup services or something. Maybe. I mean, I don't know what your expertise is, but if you have like some kind of skills or something like that, you know, maybe find a way to repurpose it. I know for me, okay, we're about to have a heart-to-heart here, guys. You know what? I'm getting emotional. Cybersecurity? Ooh, okay. I don't know, maybe you could do like cybersecurity consultations for like small businesses so that they don't get hacked or something. I don't know, something to consider. 2 associate's degrees and 3 certifications, maybe one of which is Amazon CCP cert. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about cybersecurity. I'm sorry. Gee, I'm sorry. But, you know, here's the heart to heart. Okay. We're going to have a conversation. Everyone, you know, get your popcorn, you know, get your beer, whatever you're drinking, your water bottle, sit back, because this is going to be a rant. Okay. Kind of a rant. So funny story. One of the reasons why I decided to go into, you know, VTubing and streaming and things like that and making video content is because I realized that I genuinely do not do well in most typical environments when it comes to work. Now, what do I mean by that, right? So I have severe ADHD. You know, I also have really bad working memory. And when I say working memory, I'm talking about if you tell me a bunch of numbers and tell me to memorize the numbers, like if you say, hey, Xolo, I need you to remember, you know, 3572. And you ask me what numbers they were, like 30 seconds later, I'm sweating. I have no idea. I'll remember 7, 2, or like 3, 5, but I won't, you know, maybe I'll remember 3 and 2. You know, I can't remember it. Okay. It's very, very hard for me. That's a serious problem when it comes to like a lot of service jobs. So like, for example, if you're working as like a waiter, waitress, or like a cook or something, you can't really like operate like that. You know what I mean? So that's really challenging and difficult. Anyway, I'm going a little bit on a tangent. The point is, I tried other things in the past before I decided to start streaming and doing all this stuff, right? I tried other things in the past. So I tried an Etsy store where I made like, you know, crochet plushies and things like that. That store didn't do so well. It kind of did meh, right? It was kind of, it was hanging in there a little eh. And let's just say I ended up in a situation where the business went under. Okay, the business went under. It went under the sea. All right, so it was really bad. And I got into a situation where I had a choice. Either I, go into bankruptcy, clean my slate, but then have the stigma of bankruptcy on my record for 10 years, or I can try and struggle and eventually get sued for the debt that I just don't have, I mean, we're talking about like credit card, business debt kind of stuff, right? And I was like, I literally cannot pay this. I have no way of paying this. Not to mention, at the time, I was also applying to various other jobs and stuff and wasn't really hearing back. So, it was a desperate situation. So I was left with a choice. What do I do? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm going to go through all this, if I'm going to go through the trouble, I might as well start clean. So I ended up going through, I never talked about this on the channel before, but I ended up going through bankruptcy, right? And it was the kind where I can't remember what chapter it is, but it was the kind of bankruptcy where you literally start over, right? You start over, you don't owe anything. And I was basically the perfect candidate at the time. I spoke with a good lawyer, get yourself a lawyer, someone who knows what they're doing, right? If you're going to do something like this. And that lawyer was able to help me figure out, okay, maybe this is the right choice, right? Because I had no assets. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kind of, I didn't have any student loan debt or anything like that. So it's not like I was going to be, straddled with anything. So it was the right choice for me. That comes with consequences, sure. But I figured, well, if I'm going to have, no access to credit for at least a couple years, if I'm going to end up in a situation where I'm starting from the bottom, why not start from the bottom for myself? So at that point, I said, okay, once this bankruptcy is over, I'm going to give myself, a month to prepare. And I basically took a month of preparation to get my stream started. So I started off streaming on Twitch. That was the first platform I started on because I wanted to make the habit of streaming often, right? So I used to stream I think Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursday. I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that, right? And I was like, okay, we're going to get started, right? That's when I started meeting some of you guys who are actually still here, which is kind of wild, right? During those early days. And at the time I had like a live 2D model. It was very low budget, very, whatever. But it got started. And as time went on, I said, okay, how am I going to grow this? How am I going to have like a successful business? And I started thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so if my credit history is tanked for 10 years, I need to be growing a business in that time, right? Oh, thanks for the back rub. Holy crap, that's very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Baran. That's really kind of you. And I said, okay, I'm going to give it 3 months. I said, I'm going to stream for 3 months as a VTuber, do a little bit of Planet Zoo stuff, because that was the game I was mostly playing at the time, was Planet Zoo. And then, I started getting to V Rising, and then I started getting more known for that. So that was a little bit more of a change, right? But at the time, I was like, okay, I'll give it 3 months, and I'm going to do it consistently every week for 3 months without stopping. And then after those 3 months, I'll decide whether or not this is for me, right? After the 3-month cycle, it happened. I mean, guys, it was so fast. I was literally like, you know what? I like this. I like doing this. And then that's when I started taking streaming a lot more seriously, because I was like, okay, well, just so I guess my advice for anyone who's like out there struggling and kind of not sure what to do, if you're trying to start a business or something, try to go for something that's like service based. Because the type of thing I'm doing right now is very like long haul. I'm gonna lock in for like 10 years. Like I'm planning like 5 to 7 years worth of growth, ahead of time. Like this is my like, slow growth kind of business idea as far as like how I'm choosing to go through stuff through my own strengths. But depending on your own skills, it might be better to do like a service type business, something like lawn mowing or, a laundry service. Maybe you start up a laundry service in your neighborhood. People always have laundry. Businesses have laundry that they need someone to come pick up, clean, and bring back, right? And if you do all those services and you make things easier for people, people are willing to pay for those kinds of services, right? So I just say, you know, try to go for like a service oriented business. I'm not doing a service oriented business myself, technically, because I'm deciding to go through a more creative route, more, you know, suited to my own personal strengths, but your strengths might be different than mine, you know, so just keep that in mind for anyone. But I guess what I'm trying to say is when you hit rock bottom, you can only really go up from there, you know? And it kind of, the fear of, oh no, what if this happens? What if that happens? Like a lot of it is very like in the moment. I've gone through years of therapy trying to essentially figure out like what I should be doing, trying to kind of understand and dissect where I've gone wrong in the past. A lot of the fight or flight thinking because of, you know, economic damage, emotional distress, and lots of economic trauma. And these are topics that I know are kind of uncomfortable for people, but you know, that's the reality. Like, depending on who you are and what you've lived through, you're going to have a very different path to success than the person next to you. So if you're not sure about what you're doing, all I would say is that, you know, maybe if you're not employed right now, if you're just kind of not sure what to do, look around, do some research, and maybe dedicate a certain amount of time a day or a week or something. You know, maybe you could say, oh, every Thursday at this time, I'm going to spend 2 hours researching, you know, ways that I can make money with the skills I have, right? And then eventually figure out what you want to do and then say, okay, I'm going to do this business hard time, you know, sorry, not hard time, full time. Hold on a second. God, the bots are working overtime. Speaking of, be gone, bots. Speaking of the clankers, but you know, yeah, the whole, you know, thing where you're saying like, I really need to be more consistent. I agree. You know, that's something that, you know, consistency can be great, but just because you're consistent doesn't mean like you're actually working toward a goal, which can be kind of destructive and disruptive depending on like what you have in mind. So my recommendation, if you're in a situation right now where you're in between jobs, you're not sure what to do, try to find something that's service-based that, you know, maybe it's not exactly what you want to do right now. Maybe it's not like something great, but, you know, play to your strengths, right? Play to your strengths, and then like see what you can do from there. But if you're going to do something like that, if you're going to start your own business, and I understand that's not for everyone. I'm not saying everyone should start their own business. It's not how that works, right? But if you decide to go that route, at least do it for 3 months. I think if you do it for at least 3 months, no matter what happens, whether it's kind of like when you start like learning, like when you start working out, it's like, okay, I'm going to start working out twice a week. And no matter whether I'm dying or living or, you know, I have a cold, it doesn't matter. You're going to the gym twice a week and that's what you're doing, right? And you'll do it for a set period of time. Because if you give yourself a goal that's time-based, that's not as like, you know, ambiguous. Like if you just say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, like that's not going to be the tethering factor to get you in there. You have to have a purpose and reason to be there. And then like, once you figure out your purpose, your reason, your motivation, you'll be like, okay, cool. Now I'm clear-eyed about what my goals are. So in order to kind of, you know, make it part of my routine, I'm going to do that for 3 months straight. And then it'll become part of the routine to the point where you can't imagine not going to the gym twice a week. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of stuff. So for me, I did that with streaming where like, you know, I stream 3 times a week, right? But you're kind of like doing something similar, if that makes sense. I'm inconsistent with streaming. If I had the funds, I would be trying to flip car seats from the junkyard. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. See, something totally unrelated, very interesting, right? But you know, I don't know much about cars, Gene. I'm sorry. But in general, you know, I hope that this is not financial advice, okay? Not financial advice. But in general, you know, if you're going to try something new, you're going to try something different, stay at it for 3 months, see where you're at. And if it's not working or you don't like it, move on. But if it is working, great, continue. work from there. Industrial sewing machines cost money. I would just turn car seats into computer chairs and sell them. That's interesting. They'll last better than IKEA shit. Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna get back to the. I know I kind of went off on a rant, a little bit of a tangent, you know, but it's kind of like a lesser known thing about me. I figured I'd share because I definitely understand. Like, I'm not trying to be like, you know, callous and be like, oh well, you know, I can't understand why people can't find a job, or oh, I don't care. Like, no, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I understand, painfully so. You know, I understand painfully so, like when people are frustrated about, you know, their economic circumstances. I've seen the whole thing. I've seen the whole shebang from, you know, doing kind of okay to slowly edging on homelessness to, like, you know, going to food banks to try and, you know, fix the gaps, and it's just not there. It's hard. It's hard. I get it, you know. And then of course the bankruptcy was another thing that you know, I mean, I don't share that with everyone, like I don't talk about it often, but it's one of those, it was basically the thing that said, okay, that made me say, you know what, fuck it. If I'm going to die, I'm gonna rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So we're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, hopefully that gives a little inspiration. You know, if I can do it, maybe you can too. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm, you know, everyone's situation's different, but something about seeing like these characters in these games like just get a job instantly is kind of low-key triggering. I'm not gonna lie. Like even in like Inzoi, when you're like applying to like a job and it's like, oh, you're instantly hired, congratulations, like it's kind of low-key triggering nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, because like you don't even go in for an interview, you don't have to go through a process. It's like, oh, you're hired. Like what? Like doesn't work like that. So I'm glad you brought that up, Gene, because you know, honestly, it's one of those things that I don't really bring up very often, but I think that's something that like these games could do better. Like it's just really triggering. Like I don't know, it can be triggering. It's not always triggering, but it can be, and I recognize that. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, continuing.
Oh, the newspaper is in. Let's take a look.
Free yoga class? Sign me up. And off she goes.
Well, not exactly. She has a few stops beforehand.
Ah, of course. You cannot miss the free plan that Bloom gives out daily. Who doesn't love free things?
Ooh.
And the market is in town today. Talia's getting a bit peckish, so she's grabbing a quick bite before class.
Bah, she could have eaten that mushroom. Unfortunately, she's just collecting it.
And donating it to the museum, like the model citizen she is.
What? You can donate random mushrooms to the museum. Why? Is it like shaped like I don't know. That's so weird. Is it like shaped like a famous person? Like what? Oh my god.
After a big detour, Talia finally arrives at her yoga class. Would you look at that? The group synergy must be giving her motivation.
Indeed, participation in town events help her learn much faster than normal.
Oh, it's time for her to leave for work.
Oh my god, she just instantly changed. She's like, boom, work clothes. She's a magician.
I wonder how Nikki fares.
It seems a lot has happened since we left.
Oh no.
Amidst this chaos, she gained a new want. Paris will occasionally get these short-term goals.
Oh ho ho, and she wants to cook? Let her cook, I say.
But the
Bad idea.
bathroom- Oh well.
Does one down? I have to say, I was hoping for a little house fire.
Nikki
What?
has a
Why?
sloppy lifestyle, meaning she never picks up after her.
You know, I just noticed she has like tattoos on her arms. I wonder how they're going to implement the tattoos on these characters. Like, like I wonder if you're gonna be able to import your own tattoos without like doing like a whole mod thing. Like it'd be cool if you could like upload a photo that like you can like imprint or move around on the arm. Like, that'd be cool.
It is a problem for later her. It seems young Nikki has gained a personality point.
With it, she can develop her personality further and get new bonuses.
Oh my god. Contagious incompetence, infuriating incompetence, saddening incompetence, and relief from embarrassment? What the hell? Jesus.
Although, we cannot expect miracles from someone who is good at nothing.
And what is she doing now?
Ah, the game developers left us a note to read.
Community mods will be easily accessible from...
Okay, this is what I was kind of wondering, low-key, was how they were going to do things, like if they were going to allow you to put things in the workshop. That's nice.
the Steam Workshop to download new game content.
Talia will be done with work shortly. Shall we head there?
These two get along. Talia also received a work point.
With it, she can upgrade her job rank or gain new work perks.
Retirement fund. Retirement? The hell is that?
What's a better place than a pub to get to know a new coworker? Let's go.
Let's invite Maggie to join our game of Melly Mellow, the town's favorite board
Oh, okay, so you can click and drag to select more than one of the paras when they're all like together. That's kind of cool.
game.
I've never really understood how to play it myself. But see, while they are playing, their together bar is still increasing. Love is in the air. This together card is perfect to set the mood.
Ah, the game is over.
Go, Talia. Go for it.
So something I don't like too much about this particular screen, you notice how like you click to shuffle through the cards or options. I wish that when you hovered over it, it just expanded the cards or options, even if it's like in an arc or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that you have to click to shuffle. I wish that you could just boop and then it opens. Like, I feel like that would be way, way better. I don't know.
For it. Damn.
Are you sure you didn't want that to happen? Well, let's put that behind us.
Oops.
Time to relax and unwind after a big day.
Game is even more unrealistic. They have retirement funds, right?
Or not. Nikki's a raging tornado. Just look at this place.
What a mess. Perhaps it's best to move on for now. I'm sure tomorrow will be better. Let's find a way to help this poor girl.
You'll make a ton of friends. You're filled with motivation to find a new job. Or Moon Pack grants cards that grant all sorts of bonuses.
This one will do nicely.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. What is he doing here?
Uh-oh.
And he's knocking now.
Talia does not want to deal with him. Not after
Run away. He's not here. Run away. No one's home. No one's home.
what happened yesterday.
Nikki's stepping up. She's got guts, that one.
Nikki scared them. Great job!
I think this brought them closer together.
Would you look at that? It all worked out in the end.
All's well that ends well.
Interesting. This is cool. I think this is a really solid start. I'm really curious to play around with the building features a lot more, but overall, really, really nice. I think this game has some actual, how do I say this? Like, you can tell that there's a lot of detail, planning, you know, micro decisions that went into this game that could really make it stand out from a lot of the other games and, you know, its genre, like the life sim genre. There's not a ton of games, right? Like, most people think of things like, for example, they'll think of, you know, The Sims or Inzoi, right, as the, you know, top of mind choices to look at. And I feel like Paralives has its own vibe in a way that's kind of like cozy casual, but with a lot of the things you would want in this kind of game, it feels like. So I think it's definitely promising. Yeah, early access is the 25th. I think that's Memorial Day, actually. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's see. Next, I know that took a while. I took a long time on that one because I was looking forward to it. So, all right, next we have Kusan City of Wolves official release date trailer. Don't miss the release date trailer of Kusan City of Wolves, an action-packed top-down shooter developed by Circle from Dot. Players will shoot through an urban jungle to save Haru from an explosive end. Take on 54 missions, solve skill-based puzzles, and achieve S rank. Kusan City of Wolves is launching on July 30th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC on Steam with a demo available now. Okay. Hello Mage Flame, by the way. Hope you're doing well. And hello Mickey Farmer. Welcome to the chat. All right, we're gonna get right into it. Here we go.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, okay. So it looks like dialogue will have like a comic book feel to it. That's interesting. What is this page? We're gonna look at this a little closely. Flagship shotgun model. Okay, so you have different weapons. This is like your inventory, I assume. And it looks like you have some like upgrade slots that you can, sorry, more space that you can unlock potentially here. Okay. Okay, so there's like a motorcycle level. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice for a top-down shooter. I don't think I've ever seen this actually, where like you're on a vehicle but also top-down. Like, I don't know. There's a lot going on here. This looks like a boss fight. Interesting. It definitely has a lot of like blood and gore kind of elements going on here. You know, lots of actiony stuff. The one thing I'm not sure about is like how, like, are you only playing as one character, or are you like, do you have a roster of characters? How does that work? Like, and then also, is there going to be like equipment upgrades and things? Like, is that what we saw earlier? Is that like equipment upgrades, or is that just inventory? Like, I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Comic book art style, top down strategy. Yeah. Hello, what did you do? Welcome to the chat. Hello. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say hi to you earlier, Kachikochu. Hello. I did see you earlier. There's an arcade feel to it. Yeah. Looks like it's a team. Maybe you switch between them. Maybe. Yeah, it does kind of look like a team, doesn't it? Maybe they have like different weapons and stuff. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems simple, but I feel like it didn't really like tell us much about the characters. Like, I feel like we didn't really get any info as to like whether the characters have like special perks or special abilities or something. Like, does every character have like their own like thing that they can do? Like, I don't know. I have more questions than answers, but this does look nice. Like, I will say I like the art style. I like the just the overall vibe of the game seems cool. Just think the art style wasted it on it being top down though. I don't know. Like, I feel like excuse me. Sorry, I was gonna say, I feel like Like, I see what you mean. Like, there is a really nice art style here, so for it to be like top down is kind of like odd, right? But I also think that the top down atmosphere makes this game kind of stand out in ways that, like, I don't know. When I heard top down, this isn't what I originally thought. Like, I think this game could have done well with like an isometric kind of camera instead of like a top down, maybe. But that's just like personal preference speaking. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll give it that. It's definitely visually interesting, because the thing is, even just doing things top down is like an art form in itself, because you have to keep in mind like the perspective of the player and like how they perceive the object at that angle. So like I think that in itself is its own skill, to be completely honest here. Like being able to tell that these are motorcycles despite the angle is kind of like not easy. But yeah, interesting. Interesting is a good one. I like it. All right, next. Sleepover official announcement trailer. Don't miss the announcement trailer for Sleepover, a post-apocalyptic cosmic horror visual novel developed by Chimp Wampus. Oh my god, that name. Players will explore a twisted and melancholic tale about the last two people on Earth, ponder themes of hope, meaning, and the human connection while spending the last night together. Sleepover is coming soon to PC on Steam. All right, here we go. Strategy games like doing the grid format style. Interesting. That's a good observation. What did you do? All right, here we go. Oh god. This video contains flashing lights and images which may not be suitable for photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been advised. We shall proceed. You don't want to go outside right now. Oh, you know what? This looks familiar. I feel like I've seen like a teaser for this before, but like a year ago or like 2 years ago. Interesting. Okay. This game is so hyper stylized, I have no idea what it's really about. Why is it called Sleepover? Who are the main characters? You know, is it this couple here? Is it the mom and the girl? Is it like, I don't, like, I'm getting psychological horror vibes from this, but I don't understand like what it's about really. Like I feel like it doesn't really, for an announcement trailer, I think it only does that. Like it only announces its presence, but it doesn't really like hook me, I guess. Looks like let's see, just think, oh wait, hold on, I skipped something. I need more info. Exactly. But it at least intrigued me. Yeah, like it's interesting visually, right? The music, the push, the weird scenes. Like I just don't know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm like, not to compare it necessarily to like Mixtape, but after watching the trailer for that and not knowing what the game was really about, it was like it felt similar with this one. Like I just don't know what am I getting myself into. Like I don't have the information. Like let's see what the Steam page says. So according to the Steam page, this game is story-rich, narrative, psychological horror visual novel. Okay. That makes sense. Like I think that's fair. Like, I think that I definitely got those vibes. I just don't really know, like, what to expect from this. I don't know. Very weird. Are we sleeping over, or are we going to the to other person's place? I don't know, man. And apparently you're like the last two people on Earth. Like, what does that mean? How did that happen? You know? Like, are these hallucinations as a result of, like, loneliness? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know. Are these flashbacks? Are these memories? Like, what is it? And then the art style is just so weird. And it's not bad. It's just, I don't know what it is, you know? Like, okay, what are the comments saying? Great, now I want to hear a man say, hello everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to... Oh my god. I really have no words to describe how horrifying it is to be the last two alone, spending their last time together in a sleepover. Something tells me we're in for some doomed Yuri. Oh god. I can already feel the hyperfixation approaching. The historians will call them the last two people on Earth. Well, they would if they existed anymore. Oh my god. Yeah, even the comments are like kind of all over the place, so I don't know. Do I need to bring my own pillow and all my other torture devices? Oh my god. Jeez. Interesting. Questionable, but interesting. All right, next we have Warhammer 40K. I think that's how people say it nowadays, right? Warhammer 40K Darktide official gameplay trailer. From the developers of the best-selling award-winning franchise Vermintide, Warhammer 40K Darktide is a visceral 4-player co-op action game set in the hive city of Tertium. Fight together with your friends against hordes of enemies in this new Warhammer 40K experience. Darktide launches in 2021? What the? Wait, do I have the right trailer? This is a 2020 trailer. Why am I watching a 20? Hold on. Hold up. Let me double check and make sure I didn't fuck this up. Hold up. I'm gonna check the comments and see if I messed up here. Because someone left 40K, but I need to see if... Who suggested this? Why is it not showing? Sort by newest. Let's see. 40K Warhammer. This was from Jinwoo Sung, sorry. 40K Darktide official journey trailer. Oh, it's official journey. See, it's not, see, this is the wrong trailer. Okay, hold on. I thought something was up. I got you, Jinwoo. I got you. Sorry, I almost never make mistakes like that, but let's see. Official journey trailer? What is this? Oh, here we go. 1 day ago. This is the trailer. Sorry about that. I apologize for the confusion. All right, let me read this. Don't miss the journey of trailer for Warhammer 40K Darktide, the hit team-based horror action shooter developed by Fat Shark. Players get a look back at a long-accomplished accolades of the past and a tease of what's to come in the Ultimate War. Find out what's next at the Warhammer Skull Showcase on May 21st for Warhammer 40K Darktide, available now for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox Game Pass, and PC on Steam. See, this is why it's important for me to like check if something's odd. Like, just to make sure that I didn't fuck this up somehow. Anyway. Let me quickly do the redeems before I watch this one. Thank you for the hydrate, McD Farmer, the stretch Mage Flame, and that headpat Mage Flame. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Sleep over or sleep is over. More like sleep is over if it's psychological horror. See, it be like that sometimes. Yeah, it do be. Cake is being silly, but I'm still here. Okay, I appreciate you, Super Cholo. Thank you. All right, here we go. November 30th, 2022. We called upon you to defend the Tertium, to defend Tertium from the Chaos Blight. The heck is that? You answered that call. New allies joined the fight. Now the war continues. Tune in at Skulls? What? Tune in at Skulls? What does that mean? I'm confused. Wait, this is a... Wait a second. You know, I'm a little confused about the 40k thing, because Warhammer 40k seems to be like this gigantic universe, right? Like, you guys have... Like, I know there's a few of you guys who are, like, really into it, and, like, it seems to be a really big universe, but every time there's, like, a game or something that's, like, announced, it's made by a different development team. Like, what's going on there? Like, is that, like, a normal thing? Like, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. Not that it's particularly bad or anything. I just find it odd. That's all. You tell me. All right, here we go. Overall, this trailer is pretty crazy. Lots of faction fighting maybe going on. Looks to be like a first person kind of experience. Not really my alley. It looks nice though. I'll give it that. Like, visually it looks really nice. Like, you see all the details on the outfits and the armors, and I mean, it just looks good. I like the art style of this game. More info, go here. More info, go here. Where does it say that? Oh god. Did you post something? Hold on. Hydrate, head. Okay, we already did these. Hold up. My brain no function. Oh well. Alright, let's continue. Next we have Forza Horizon 6 official launch trailer. Discover the breathtaking landscapes of Japan in over 550 real-world cars and become a racing legend in Forza Horizon's biggest open-world driving adventure yet. Japan awaits! Coming to Xbox and PC on May 19th. Well, that's today. 2026. Coming to PlayStation in 2026. Okay. Let's check it out. Ooh. Pretty. Forza racked in already, right? I honestly, like, I don't know much about Forza. The only thing I know is that they use like real world cars, and you know, it's a popular racing game, and some people I think even get like racing rigs for their like systems, like for their PC or like their PlayStation or whatever. So that's all I know about this game really. So it's like racing and stuff like that. Oh my god, that car in the front, man. It's like, how can you tell you're in Japan? Shows the first car. Or the car in first place. This video seems kind of quiet. I don't know if it's just me, but... okay. You got street racing? Okay. I think, isn't racing kind of big in Japan too? Like, isn't that something that they're really into over there? Let's see, Forza wrecked in already $140 million in first 3 days. What? That's crazy. Fuck yeah, they got initial D car. Toyota AE86. Setting is really nice. Yeah, the setting is really nice. The lighting is good too. I like it. You know, I'm not much into cars, but I can see why people like this. Like, I can see why people are excited about this. Okay, and you can pre-order. Cool. I mean, there's just a lot of, like, nice, like, details, like, with the cars. Like, the customization is kind of cool. You have a lot of variety from what it looks like. I mean, I don't know much about vehicles. I'm not a car junkie or anything like that. I don't know, but I have people in my family who really just are huge into this kind of stuff. So I bet they're like frothing at the mouth or something. I don't know. But this is pretty cool. I like the overall, like the way that everything looks. The lighting on the characters is kind of nice. I like the art style that they went with for like the people. Like it's like simple, but like not too detailed, but it's detailed enough to be like not distracting from the cars, if that makes sense. Because like the game is mostly about the cars, right? Let's face it. And then just showing like some of the racing and stuff, like you can't really fuck this up, you know what I mean? Like when you show like a launch trailer for a game like this, you can't really fuck it up. Like I can't think of like a way you would even like present something like this in a way that's not appealing, you know what I mean? Like, it just has a lot of the things people like. Is that a truck? Is that like one of those like mini trucks, like those compact trucks? Like, God. Yeah, I agree. It looks really cool. It has the cool factor. You know, it adds like the whole like feel of Japan in there. You have a lot of cool, you know, terrains and things that people might really like. At the beginning, they showed some of the maps and stuff, like, you know, just some of the surrounding areas and things like this, for example. Like, imagine driving through this. Like, that's pretty cool. By the way, I'm allergic to these trees. So, fun fact. So, I used to go to a college where they had like a sister campus in Japan. And the Japanese campus sent over these like cherry blossoms as like a form of like friendship or something, or a good gesture, whatever it was. And I broke out in hives. You want to get a Toyota AE86? That's really, yeah, AE86 and drift race downhill, right? Okay, look, man, I don't know what any of these things are. I just know they're vehicles. I'm glad you guys like these. But yeah, the point still stands. Very nice presentation. Vehicles look great. Lighting looks great. It looks fun. You know, I actually really like racing games. The more realistic ones like this one, though, aren't usually my forte, but it's interesting. Not bad. Thumbs up. Hold on a second. Let me turn this off. Hold on. I have like a have this like heater on my shoulder because my neck was hurting earlier. Let me get rid of it. I'm sweating now. It's from the anime Initial D. Yeah, isn't that like super popular? Pretty sure it's very popular anime. All right, here we go. Next, Stardust, Wish of Witch, official release date trailer. Don't miss the release date trailer for Stardust, Wish of Witch. Oh my god. That name is already a problem. Wish of Witch. What a tongue twister. a single-player turn-based RPG developed by Niv Studio Co. Players will explore a pixel-based world to embark on a grand adventure with Star and you to understand the secrets behind the wish-granting star. Engage in deep turn-based action, time counters, and pull off combos across the battlefield. Stardust Wish of Witch is launching on May 28th for PC on Steam. Okay, check it out.
우리 꼬마들은 무사히 모험길에 오를 수 있을 것 같나?
Is it just me, or is like the audio really quiet, like when the people are like talking like that? Like,
각오 하나는 다들 좋군.
it's really weird.
그럼 다들 임무 위치로.
아직 어리군. 실례.
Is there like subtitles? I don't speak Japanese. Oh no, there's Korean subtitles. Do we got nothing else, really? Oh no. Hold on, let's see what I can do here. Can we switch to English? Here we go. Jesus.
마음가짐.
어디 덤벼봐라. 기사단장의 이름을 거저 다른 게 아님을 보여주마. 잘 부탁해요, 꼬마 마술사들. 어딜 가든 내가 같이 가줄게. 별의 힘을 취하며 당신을 지켜보겠습니다. 별의 먼지가 여기까지 오다니.
It's weird because this game kind of comes off as like a deck builder also, but I don't think that's what is said in the description.
나에게 용건이 있는 거지? 이쪽이야! 받아라! 이걸로 마무리! 덮치세요! 더욱 빠른 것! 이쪽이다!
The music's nice. It just kind of reminds me a little bit of what's the name of that game? There's a game that I played a while back that was it had like a weird name to it, and it reminds me of this game. It's more popular, I think, in like Canada or France. There's a lot of French speaking peeps. I can't remember. But it kind of has like a similar like map style. Damn. Here we go. With a deck, hold on, looks like a turn-based hero collector RPG with deck build attack system, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. And also, yeah, chibi. Damn. Damn. These boss fights are crazy.
종들을 녹도해라. 죽음 피할 수 없다. 사라져라.
I like how like each character has their own like kind of finisher animation thing. That's cool.
죽음의 땅이여 이제부터 죽어! 간다!
I think this is interesting. I just don't see myself playing it. Like, it's not... How do I say this? It's not that I think the game is bad or has, like, something that, like, I just don't particularly like. I just don't really play the, like, super weeby games as much nowadays, and this game just screams weeby. The dick build, hold on, let's see. Looks like oh, I already read that already. Crazy over the top boss fight and attack animations. Yeah, like the boss fights look cool. I'll give them that. The boss fights look pretty freaking cool. Wishlisted, that's fair. Totally fair. I just don't really see myself playing this. Like, I don't know. I don't really play these like tabletop kind of turn-based kind of things. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. Like I said, I just don't really see this and say, I want to play. You know what I mean? And I think it's not because of the game itself. I think it's more just like not my taste. But it looks cool. Like I like that I like the character art, like the sprites look really nice. The environment stuff looks really nice and detailed. There's a lot of really good elements here. You can tell they put a lot of time into world building and trying to get everything looking a certain way. It just looks nice. Like the animation, the style, the quality, it looks really nice. And I like that it's like very stylized, but like in a good way. In a really good way. I like this. Like, you know, the animations of, oh yeah, like the boss is doing a thing, or, you know, like this boss fight with the rocks is crazy. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna see this one more time. Forget the griffin. The griffin's cool, but look at this. That boss said, nah, you get the rock, bro. You get the rock. Like, that's wild. He just threw a big ass rock at them. But yeah, interesting. And there seems to be a large roster of characters, which I really like. Yeah, the sprites are very cute. A tongue twister of a title. Yeah, that's the one thing. Wish of Witch. I feel like that really does not help. Like, Stardust and then Wish of Witch is just kind of like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does Wish of Witch mean? Like, is it a witch that's a wish maker or wish taker, or like, what are we looking at? Like, I don't know. That name is like questionable at best, I think. I don't like the name. All right, moving on. Aliens. Aliens Fire Team Elite 2 official reveal trailer, IGN First. This came out 12 days ago. We're excited to announce that our May IGN First cover story is on Aliens Fire Team Elite 2 from Cold Iron and Daybreak Games. You can look forward to several exclusive new reveals on IGN channels spread throughout the month of May, starting with tomorrow's AFE2 trailer premiere and official announcement. Okay, let's check it out. Just say Stardust WoW. That's what I thought too. That's the worst part. I thought of that, but it's like nothing like WoW, so it's like, it's crazy. You know what, actually, you know what would be better? If they called it WoW Stardust. You know, that'd be... I would remember that a little bit more. Anyway, here we go.
If anyone is listening, this is Dr. Lily Pierce on planet LV-558 in Storespoon. Xenomorphs have overrun the colony. I repeat, overrun the colony. We're running out of air.
What
and
is
people
that?
are dying. Send the Marines. Send a new one.
Oh, man. What's that, aliens?
Sorry I'm late.
Okay, I'm confused. You lost me. We went from... What? Look at this cutscene versus the game. What the fuck is this? Like, you went from early PS3, late PS2 graphics to like actually decent looking graphics for like no reason. And I'm like, what the... Like, why didn't they just use like the in-game like models? Like, what? Okay, anyway. Bizarre. What is this, like an extraction shooter or something? I don't know. I'm confused. Xenomorphs, is this space or a spaceship? I have no idea. We're in an alien world. It looks like they're invading. I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if it's more like a co-op experience where you have to like kind of work together to get through certain scenarios or something. Like, how does this work? Aliens. Isn't Aliens an already established series, like from like movies or something? Like, I don't know, it looks familiar. I'm not familiar too much with this, but so my thoughts on this trailer. I don't really see, like, okay, so there's some variety in enemies, right? Like, you can tell they're all like these aliens, right? But there's like physical variety, right? Like, some of them are thinner than others, some are wider, some have like things that they spit at you, some of them can climb, other ones can have like a big jump onto you or something. Like, okay, well, I have the predators as a backup. I hope so at this rate. What I don't understand is like the opening cutscene, right? For like most of this trailer, compared to like the actual gameplay parts and like the scenes of the actual gameplay, why is it that the graphics for the cutscene are so much worse? Like, why didn't they just use the character models from the actual gameplay, make custom ones, and then put them into the cutscene? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this decision. Like, what were they trying to do here? Because if you look at like how the characters move around, their mouths are really stiff. It looks almost like they're just sitting there like, you know, turrets. Like, they're not really like moving much. And I'm not really impressed with this. And then I see like, you know, you get to this part and it's like, damn, like, okay, like, so look at this part when this guy walks in, right? Look at his mouth when he talks. Sorry I'm late. Opens mouth wide and says nothing. Closes mouth. That's weird. Like, is this game in another language initially? Like, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on here. Like, this kind of, but if you see like the, I don't know, it's just like the graphics of this scene versus the actual game is like night and day. Like this just looks so much better. I don't understand why they did that. I don't know. It's bothering me. Moving on. Sorry, I'm like having a freaking conniption over here looking at this. Thank you for the hydrate, Majin, and thank you for the stretch. What did you do? Anyway, continuing. All right, One Move Away, official release date trailer. Don't miss the release date trailer for One Move Away, a 3D first-person packing puzzle game developed by Ramage Games. Players will experience multiple stages of a person's life. I thought they were going to say multiple stages of grief. Dear Lord. Here we go. With the various moves, sorry, I can't read. Players will experience multiple stages of a person's life with the various moves one makes. Optimize spaces, organize packages, and pull off the perfect packing job. One Move Away is launching on the 28th of May for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC on Steam. All right. Why is racism banned in this chat? Because it's not appropriate for the chat? Why else wouldn't it be? Duh. Alright, here we go. You know, this is kind of interesting because it kind of takes like a puzzle approach to like a normal packing situation, but actually puts it in a game because it kind of is like a puzzle when you're moving, right? Like it naturally has that kind of going on normally. So, hello, Vladimir Duel. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Okay, so I feel like this game is more for people who just need some kind of thing to do that's stimulating and low stress. So you try to fit as much as you can. Yeah, like it definitely comes off as like low-key like puzzle strategy organization skills. And you see how like there's like different moves and stuff. That's a lot of moving. That's a lot of moving. Good for organizing stuff. Yeah, like if you like organizing, this is probably a good game for you. It seems like a somewhat low blood pressure experience, but I can also see situations where it might get really frustrating if you like, you know, get into certain parts. Like I don't know, are you going to also unload the van? Like do you load the van, unload the van? Like how does that work? Like I don't know. Might be a good game to de-stress for those who love doing it. Yeah, there's definitely people out there who love this kind of thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like it's like a moving simulator, right? Whereas like for some people it's kind of like a I would say it's like a moving simulator equivalent of something like Power Washer Simulator or whatever. Like it's kind of similar in that way, I would say. So yeah, I definitely think this is a good de-stressor. Might be chill if you like this kind of thing. That's the only thing I really have to say about this. Low stress, chill vibes. You know, it looks like it gets more and more difficult as time goes on. You get more and more items. Like to have a big storage container like this to move stuff, that's a lot. So it might be more difficulty with more items over time is my guess. All right, next we have Open Waters official reveal trailer. Get a look at the reveal trailer for Open Waters, a first-person ocean survival horror game developed by Fluffy Game Dev. Wow, what an innocent name for a development team. When you have a game that's like survival horror. Okay. Players will find themselves stranded in a small boat with nothing but the water on the horizon. Navigate while coasting the waves, look out for creatures below, and make it to safety. Open Waters is coming soon to PC on Steam. All right, let's check it out. What is that? Oh no. Okay, so I have a question for anyone. Any spiders yet? No. Thank God. So I have a question for anyone who has like been on a small boat like this. I don't think I've ever been on a boat this small, like in real life. If you're out on the ocean like this and it rains heavily, wouldn't the boat eventually just get like filled with water? Like, is that an actual problem? Like, is that something that can happen? Because like it's not filling in this game from what I can tell. I don't know. Someone help me out here. Like, do I need a bucket to like get the water out as the rain like picks up? Like, I don't know. It can? Bruh. Oh no. Oh no. Not again. I love how it cuts out every time you're like possibly in danger without actually showing you the danger. It kind of like, I feel like this is like an oceanic panic simulator, to be honest. It feels more like more than psychological horror. I think this game is supposed to induce feelings of panic. Oh my god. Oh no. Open waters. Dear Lord. Oh? This an oil rig or something? What is this summoning shit? Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. Yeah, no, this game I feel like is more like panic simulator. Like the other game we just watched, like that's like moving simulator. This is panic simulator at sea. Waiting for you to fall into the sea. Yeah. Is that an anglerfish following you? Yeah, well, it looks like a giant anglerfish, to be honest. The last part seemed out of place. I think the last part kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of the kinds of shit you're probably going to be seeing. Like, seeing this weird chalice here in the middle of nowhere with, like, offerings and, like, some weird smoke coming out. Like, bro. That's crazy. I wouldn't say it's out of place. I think it definitely leaves a little bit of a cliffhanger here. Like, I would have liked to have seen at least one death in this experience. Like, I think that, you know, it would have been nice to see maybe a variety of things stalking you in the water instead of just this one anglerfish thing. That's my only real complaint. But seeing the engine give out, oh man. And you're just in the middle of the sea, and it's just, I don't know, it's interesting, and it looks like you do have a compass. So, I don't know, man. This could be this is the kind of game that, like, if you have a fear of the ocean, you don't play this. Okay? Like, if you have a serious fear of the ocean, this is not the game for you. I would recommend, okay, so if you want, like, a similar kind of experience without, like, being on a tiny boat like this, or even first person, I would recommend Dredge. Dredge has, like, you have a third person point of view, you have a ship, like a small boat. It's not a tiny boat, but it's like a small ship, right? Like a fisherman ship. And you do your fishing and stuff in that game, but, you know, you're kind of weary of, like, Cthulhu. So I would recommend, if you like this kind of stuff and you haven't played Dredge yet, I highly recommend it. That game was pretty good. It also has a couple of these, I think like 2 or 3 DLCs now. I bought the first DLC and never finished it, and I really should get, I might play it again for like October. I'm kind of debating. I might. See, can I upgrade my small boat with a super yacht? I doubt it. Yeah, but panic simulator. Okay. Oh, let me stretch real quick. I slouched. I was shrimping. Thank you for the hydrate, Majin, and thank you for the stretch. Oh, wait, I think I did those already. I'm not sure. I might have already done these, but I'll do it again. Stretch and hydrate. Thank you. What did you do for the stretch? All right, here we go. As you guys can probably tell, my coughing is getting a lot better. I'm still coughing a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was last week or the week before. Like, it's... Oh, wait, I didn't read the description. Here we go. Dreadmore. Open playtest trailer. So, playtest. Keyword, all right? Join the exclusive, limited fan preview open playtest May 18th through May 25th. And there's a link here. Dreadmore is a dark first-person fishing adventure game. What's with the fishing games? What's with the ocean shit? Y'all are scaring me. Anglers explore both land and sea, fishing for a wide variety of aquatic creatures lurking in the depths and fighting their way through a flooded wasteland filled with danger and mystery. It features cinematic storytelling, psychological tension, crafting, and addictive fishing mechanics. All right, here we go. Dreadmore. Please tell me you could build in this game. I would love to build like little huts like that. That's so cute. I love that. Set sail into Dreadmore. Oh man, you know who would like this game? Gerton would love this game. That's all, I swear, that's all he plays is like fishing games. I know, I pick on him a little bit for it. It's been a while since I've seen him in the chat. I hope he's doing all right. Gotta fuel up. You know, there's a lot of like stuff to do, it seems like. I mean, you already have fishing with like different mechanics, it seems like, in order to catch the fish. I wonder if it's going to be like fish species specific, or if it's going to be related to size and species. I don't know. And then you also have like this kind of like bucket, right? Like this, not bucket, your inventory, it looks like, which is interesting. And your little boat is so like small and dingy, but it's like, it has a nice vibe. You know what I mean? Okay, you have some crafting. Okay, so you make your own bait and hooks and stuff. Okay. Ooh, picking the locks. Lock picking. We gonna steal it all. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kind of not. Oh no! You see what I'm talking about, man? Like these, like. Like everything's cool until Cthulhu shows this fucking tentacle out of the freaking water. Bruh. You know, this game reminds me a lot of Dredge, but with more in-depth mechanics, it feels like. Like, Dredge was more focused on, like, how many different varieties of species of fish can you get? Can you collect them all? You know, and then you sell them to make your money. But there were a lot of other mechanics, too. So, like, you know, how long the fish stayed in your boat, you know, would affect the freshness and stuff like that, and would change the price of what you had. So it kind of reminds me of that. There's a lot of similarities, but the difference here is that there seems to be actual like on land exploration mechanics, which the other game did not have. So this, yeah, I agree. This might be a fun one to try. Yeah, the playtest already started. I don't know if they closed the playtest entries yet. But there's a link. Hold on. Oh, I'll put the link in the chat. Hold on. Here. There's the playtest link for anyone interested. All right. Next. Northward. Official another fishing game. Guys, what's going on? Why is everything under the sea? What is happening? Like, I did not plan this, okay? Like, y'all want to go fishing. Is it because the weather's nice or something? You guys are thinking about going on a fishing trip? Let's see, Northward, official reveal trailer. Take a look at the reveal trailer for Northward, an open world co-op adventure game developed by Yor and Yonder. Oh, I like that name. Yor and Yonder. You know, I like this. That's all right. Players will traverse and explore multiple biomes to overcome challenges, find lost treasure, and make sense of the mystery of a fallen star. Recruit characters across the lands to become crew on the ship with upgrades to attain and seek adventure with up to 4 players in co-op. Northward is coming soon to PC on Steam. All right. Mindset already starting. Yeah, right. Everyone's like, yeah, vacation mindset. To the beach. All right, here we go. What the heck was that? You know, I gotta say, I really like the art style of this game. It's super simplistic, it's cute, it has like a, you know, like an almost chibi style, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of chibi, but like, not too chibi. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's nice. You know, I also can't really imagine this game like being really hard on people's computers, which is, I mean, maybe it's just like me judging based on like the art style and the simplicity of the art style, but it makes me feel like this is the kind of game that like even your friend with a potato could probably play. Ooh. See, there's your super yacht. There you go, Catchy Kochu, your super yacht. Wait a second. Is that how unpacking works? I don't know about that, guys. This is some video game logic moment if I ever seen one in my life. Like, you guys ever see like people make shorts where it's like they're showcasing like video game logic, right? I feel like this game right here with the box just poofing into a table is like one of the best examples of it. Oh my god, why? Poof. And you shall be a bookshelf. That's crazy. Oh, you gotta patch the hole, okay. Oh, that's a big old fish. This is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, it's a big old fish. Cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this might be a cool one to try out. If you have like a small friend group that you just want to play with, like this might be a good one to pick up. I don't have friends, so I can't really like, you know, really benefit from that. But I will say that this is definitely, you've piqued my interest. You've piqued my interest with this one. You know what? I almost never do this, but I'm gonna add this one to the wish list. I like this. Out of all the fishing games we saw, I like the last one kind of, but you know, I don't really play first person games. Now, when I say that, guys, the reason why I'm saying that is not because I'm like super picky and don't want to play that. No, it's not that. I literally get motion sickness. Like, that's why, okay? It's not that I'm, you know, being harsh or like, my stomach can't handle it, guys. I can't. I'll get a headache and then I'll feel sick. So, but yeah, no, this game looks fun. It gets my, hold on a second. Oh, the release date is to be announced. Okay, so it hasn't been announced yet. I like this. I like the art style. I like the simplicity of the, you know, environment. The ship looks cool. I mean, it's huge. And imagine running around the ship with your crew, trying to like coordinate. Oh, we need to fix this. Okay, I'll go down there and handle it. Oh, so-and-so, can you get this? Yeah, I got you, bro. Like, this is like the kind of stuff that I would like to see in like Windrose. You know what I mean? Like for multiplayer, like I want more of an incentive to play with other people in a game like that, like as an optional thing. Kind of like how with like V Rising, how like if you play by yourself in like PvE environment, or you're playing like local solo, right? You're gonna have a much different experience than if you're playing PvP with a bunch of people on your, in your clan, right? It's a very different experience. Like, I like games that give you that experience. So I wonder how this game would be if you played it solo, or if you can even play it solo. Like, I would have to like literally find people to play this with. Like, I don't know. I'll put on the wish list just in case, but it's a nice looking game. Very nice. All right, next. One More Try official gameplay trailer. Watch the gameplay trailer for One More Try, a turn-based roguelike deck builder developed by 4Cats. Players will take on the lands of a magical kingdom in card-based combat, enhance card effects, build a formidable deck to face off enemies, and make use of multiple classes to suit a variety of playstyles. One More Try is coming soon to PC on Steam. All right, here we go. Ooh. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm looking at. But okay. Oh, I see the roguelike elements. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because you're seeing casino chips with like enemies, so I wonder if there's like a level of luck or something, or certain types of, like, do you have like an affinity boost with like certain kinds of things? Like, how does that work? Like, what do the chips at the bottom mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really understand the game, but I'm intrigued, so let's keep going. Let me close this. Hold on. I guess this is a boss. I mean, look how large that health meter is. So this seems like a pseudo gambling-esque roguelike deck builder thing. This is so weird. I mean, not in a bad way, kind of weird, but like, okay, so as someone who's basically illiterate when it comes to tabletop casino kind of style games, and I have no idea what any of these numbers mean, I feel like there's information I'm not able to pick up on. If any of you guys are into that and you can explain that, great. Yeah, the outfits do look nice. Yeah, the character art is nice. It's interesting because the characters, they look hand-drawn, right? Like, they have a very, like, almost hand-drawn style to them. It's nice. It's nice. And then you have your, like, different map locations. You have these enemies that look pretty cool. And then it looks like you have like maybe passive items up here at the top, possibly. Oh, you guys can't see that, huh? Okay, hold on. Can I? Let me see if I can remove the... hold on, let me hide the chat. So at the upper left up here, there's like these items, which I assume are like your... hold on, let me... There, I should have just done that. You have these items up here that are like your passive items, right? So, I mean, I kind of wonder, like, are these kind of functioning the same way they do in like Hungry Horrors, where it's like, an item that you equip like as you progress that just gives like a passive bonus or does something upon specific conditions being met? Like, is that what that is? Because if so, I mean, that's pretty commonplace in these kinds of games. Not bad. I could rock that outfit. You mean like the, you mean like this one? Maybe. I mean, it is purple. I don't know. Maybe. It is cool. All right. Well, overall, my thoughts on this one, I think it's a little intimidating in the sense that I don't know anything about these chips. I don't understand the health bar. I don't understand the mechanics visually. However, if I think this game is gonna like really depend on how well the tutorial holds your hand, because I feel like if you're someone who doesn't know anything about like casino chips at all, like you're not gonna know what the fuck to do. I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, you know, like I said, I'm pretty ignorant to this, so I wouldn't know, but I feel like the tutorial is gonna make or break this game, potentially. We'll see. All right, next. Dosmic official teaser trailer. Don't miss the teaser trailer for Dosmic, an upcoming cinema puzzle platformer developed by Black Cheese. That's a name. Players will set off in search for Snowa as Nero, who's lost in a world packed with colossal creatures, solve environmental puzzles, master movement mechanics, and keep moving forward in spite of the horrors delivered from the world. Dosmic is coming soon to PC on Steam. All right, let's check it out. Oh man. They're tired of the blue cheese, so they chose the black. Oh my god. Oh. Oh man. Okay, so my initial vibes with this game comes off as like Shadow of the Colossus meets Floralis. I think that's like the best way I could describe this. So Shadow of the Colossus, anyone who hasn't played it, it's a classic, highly recommend it, very good. But in that game, you basically fight these gigantic creatures, right? Floralis was a game I actually played the demo of in my, well, one of my members only, my YouTube members only videos. And basically in that game, you're kind of like a doll that kind of walks around avoiding deadly plants that'll just kill you if they see you, essentially. And there's like enemies walking around and stuff. It's really, it gives you like an uneasy feeling where you're so weak and so small that any little fuck up is like deadly, you know? And I feel like this game kind of embodies that a little bit, where like the world is just so big around you and you're so like vulnerable, but you have to keep powering through. It's interesting. Ooh, there's the puzzles. There we go. Damn. Holy crap. So the reason why I say that this reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus is because of how these giant creatures, well, giant in comparison to you, how these giant creatures are like showing up. Like some of them were like very explosive like that, where like one moment you're just vibing, the next moment it's like, boom, it just came out of the ground. Like, you know, so it kind of gives those vibes. That boulder is going to be a PTSD nightmare. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, wow. Jesus. Oh, no. You just get fried if you get seen. Yeah, the Floralis vibes. Wow. Oh, never mind. Continue. Oh, that was it. Okay. So this one's an interesting one. I think that it's definitely potentially worth a play. I don't know. Like, it's one of those games where I feel like it's the kind of game that you have to like sit down and just play in one session. Like, it doesn't come off to me as the kind of game you can just walk away from and not think about for the rest of your day. You know what I mean? This game is going to give me a heart attack. Yeah. Sounds so peaceful, then hits you with bam, right? Right? So, yeah, I think the best way, like I said, to describe this game would be like Shadow of the Colossus meets Floralis. Where, like, you have those, like, dark, somber vibes, but you, of, like, Shadow of the Colossus in some ways, but you also have like the vulnerability and like, you know, the happy childlike experiences every once in a while for like cutscenes and things with like other characters like you do in Floralis. So it's kind of an emotional roller coaster kind of game, I feel like. If you like games like this, well, maybe not directly like this, but like if you like to play games that are good for like, you know, like they give you like an emotional like roller coaster kind of feel while like constantly on your toes, I feel like this would be a good one. Another game I would recommend if you like games that are kind of like games you feel, not really games you like play, if you know what I mean. A good example of that would be something like Rime. Rime is pretty good. That's more of like a puzzle game where it kind of tells a story and you're like gradually learning the story of the character you're playing as you play. And at the end, you're just like, you don't even know what to do with your emotions because you're just so fucked up. Like that, like I feel like Rime is like another good one if you like this kind of stuff. Let's see, streamer challenge game. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be a good streamer challenge game if they're like trying to speed run it or something. Like if you're trying to speed run this game, maybe. Hello, Akron, the Devourer, Eater of Worlds, Destroyer of the Universe. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope we're doing well. Also, let me check my thing here. Thank you for the hydrate, Spidey. Oh my god, that was 22 minutes ago? How did I not see that? That's so weird. Why are they showing up now? I just checked. That's so weird. I literally just checked. Anyway, thank you for the hydrate, Spidey, the stretch, and the head pat. That's very kind of you. Thank you. All right, big stretch. I'm glad you can make it, Akron. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, this game, interesting. Give my thumbs up. This might be a good one to add. You know what? Actually, let me add that to wishlist. I'll add it. I'll actually do that. I think it's worth a wishlist add. Oh, there's a demo. There's a free demo. So maybe this will be a good game to try for YouTube members only. Who knows? For the demo. You guys let me know if that's what you want. We will have a vote soon. Oh no. Steam, stop it. Oh man, I fucked up. Hold on. Steam just decided to go big picture on me. Hold up. That was an accident. Anyway, next. Project Rabbit official reveal trailer. Follow Alice into the abyss. Project Rabbit is an extraction Souls-like action RPG inspired by a dark fantasy reimagining of Alice in Wonderland. Fight, explore, and survive within the twisted echoes of time. Will you find the way out or be consumed by madness? Or consumed by the madness? They show up when you need them the most. Yep. I show up, Xolo immediately messes up, right? It can't be helped. This is like Lies of Pi, but Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking based on the description. Let's see how it goes.
Be careful. I chased the white rabbit, and when I woke up, I was in a completely twisted world.
Oh. The theming is very weird. I'm just gonna say that. Ew. Okay, this is how we're gonna summarize this game. Best way I could probably describe it, it's like probably a cheaper version of Where Winds Meet mixes with Dark Souls with like an Alice in Wonderland skin. That's like the best way I can describe this. My power is just too powerful. God, that ass shot though. Oh my god. They knew what they were doing. Rabbit, Project Rabbit. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm kind of like, meh? It is necessary to the plot. What? No, it's not. It is not. I honestly, like, just seeing like a little bit here. Yeah, I think my original description of like, it's almost like Dark Souls meets Where Winds Meet meets Alice in Wonderland. Like, it's a bizarre combination. My question is, why did they just make a game that didn't go off that theme? Like, why go off that thematic? Like, that story's been told over and over again. We've seen different iterations of that. We've seen different games that encompass that, you know, idea where there's like a darker, like when I read the description where it was like dark fantasy reimagining of Alice in Wonderland, this is not what I had in mind. Like this actually was not what I had. Like Dark Souls, yeah, kind of, but like it didn't have like the aesthetic that I was expecting. Like I was like, huh? Like what's going on? So, I don't know. Kind of meh on this one. Yeah, this is one of those games you have to play to know how good or bad it is, since it's gameplay combat heavy. Yeah, like I feel like it's gonna have to leverage good combat in order for people to really like this game. Plus it can compare with Alice Madness. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like even her outfit, like I don't really like her outfit. Like low key, like I don't really like it. Like, it's kind of, like, I feel like we didn't really get a good, sorry, we didn't really get a good frontal shot of it, really. Like, of course, they give us that shot, but it's like, right? I don't know. I feel like they, like, design-wise for your character, I don't like it. Like, I feel like it's too plain. Like, what is this? Like, what is she wearing? Like, what is that? You know, like... I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest. That shot is necessary. God. It might be necessary for some people. Okay, fine. Even if I concede that point, right? What the fuck is she wearing? Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you're playing as like a main character, I'm like looking at your outfit, like, what is this? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Bizarre. All right, I'm gonna know I'm a little bit over time, but we're gonna do one more. Because this is the last one on the list. All right, here we go. Dracantos official closed beta announcement trailer. Dracantos will be closed beta from the 22nd to the 24th of May. You can sign up there. There's like a link on the Steam powered store page. Here we go. Dracantos is a free-to-play MMORPG with a nostalgic pixel art style combined with exciting, fast-paced action combat and more than 20 unique playable heroes. Explore different 20 unique playable heroes? That sounds like a gotcha. Let's see, I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here. Explore different gameplay styles. Each hero in Dracantos stands out with their unique mechanics, personal traits, and story roles, breaking away from traditional class systems of MMORPGs. Our heroes bring new twists into cooperative gameplay. With each update, we introduce new heroes, ensuring an ever-evolving landscape of strategies and dynamics for players to explore and master. Okay, well, it sounds more like a MOBA, but okay, here we go. Oh, man. Give Nier Automata dress, but make it blue. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, here we go. He just bonked that thing. He's like bonk, bonk, bonk. Like, oh my god, that's funny. So this seems like some kind of boss fight with like actual mechanics you have to follow, maybe? Like maybe the boss has like a shield or something? Oh!
Why won't you love me, Dad? I'll be anything you want me to be. I want you to be dead.
Just made it the whole stream without a single spider, and I fucked it up at the end. We were so close. So close. What the fuck? Ew. It's disgusting. Oh, I can't look. Okay. Is this like a plague doctor or something? Like is this a character or is this an enemy? I'm not sure. There's PvP modes. Okay. Interesting. Oh my god, you can run people over? That's funny. Okay, so this game straight up feels more like a MOBA in some ways. It's kind of crazy. I think it's because of the camera angle. So, my opinion on this one, minus the spiders. I have to give it opinion without the spiders, right? Because if I give an opinion with the spiders, it's just automatically hell no. See, MMO are dying art though. So curious how they implement stuff. Yeah, like it's interesting. Like I feel like this would be a good game to pick up with like a bunch of friends and just kind of go on like missions and do like different things. Like I really find it funny how like this one character is just bonking whatever the heck this is. Like what is that? Like a lich or something? I don't know. Bonk, 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 bonk. Like, oh my god. And then you have like your other friends back here doing something. So I guess everyone has like their own roles. Like, so something I'm kind of curious about is that with all these different characters, like you're starting off with 20, with all these different characters, are you going to be able to have a balance? Like, do you need a balanced comp in order to like do this MMO stuff? Or are you going to be like, you know, struggling? Like, is it kind of like FF14 where like you have, you know, certain roles assigned when entering a dungeon, right? Like, oh, everyone, like you can go through the dungeon without a traditional party, but like, you know, I'm curious, like, how are they going to do this? Much love, much love. Let's see. 10 out of 10 Xolo jump scare. 10 out of 10. Ugh. I hate it. Super Cholo was playing Forza Horizon 6. Okay, well, see, we already have someone playing Forza. Anyway, yeah, overall, this one seems okay. Could be interesting. I mean, with so many different characters, it kind of makes me wonder how are you going to unlock them? Is it just going to be through like playtime or like, because I think this is free to play? Yeah, free to play. So is it going to be like a gacha? Like, what are we doing? Right? Like, I don't understand. What I want to know is, what is the monetization system going to look like for this game? Is it going to be like skins, or is it going to be like XP boosts or something? Like, what are people paying for? Because you can't have a game that's completely free and then like not have a monetization system. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Also, hello, Krilled. I hope I said your name right. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually wrapping things up. I'm a little over time, but I will quickly wrap things up, end the stream, get things going, or get things finished up, I should say. Let's see what we got here. Make sure I don't miss any stream streaks or anything like that before we go. Okay, so we have some stream streaks today. All right, quite a few. Catchy Kochu has reached a 7 stream streak. Please give them a round of applause. You Read Your Cursed has reached a 7 stream streak. Please give them a round of applause. Did you watch the trailer for Star Wars Zero Company? Same trailers as XCOM and looks promising. I did not. I did not watch it. It was not on the list for today, sadly. Let's see. Mage Flame has reached a 50 stream streak. Please give them a round of applause. All right, that is a wonderful stream streak. We have 3 beautiful stream streaks for today. Thank you so much, guys. That was very nice of you. Before we go, I'm going to do some quick announcements. First thing, if you're over on the Twitch, sorry, you know what? I'll start with the Kick side. If you're over on the Kick side and you want to become a subscriber, you get access to a channel badge as well as some emotes, and those emotes are super cool. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go and do that. It helps a bunch. If you're over on the YouTube side and you happen to have sorry, if you're interested in becoming a member, you get early access to new videos unless it's something that is, well, now I have to add to the caveats list because I'm dumb and I found a editing mistake in my last video, so I had to re-upload that. So unless it's like a re-upload or like something time sensitive, like breaking news or like some kind of thing with like an embargo on it, which is not the vast majority of my videos, then you'll get you know, early access to new content. You also get an entire playlist of YouTube members only content. And like I mentioned earlier, I did play the demo for Florales a while back. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go check that out. If you're over on the Twitch side and you happen to have Amazon Prime, make sure to use your free Prime sub if you have not yet already. And yeah, it helps a lot. And if you just decide to sub, that's okay too. That also gives you a channel badge as well as a ad-free viewing experience and some exclusive emotes. So yeah, super cool, super nice, super cool, super neat, right? And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention. I think that was pretty much it. Oh, if you are either a YouTube member, a Twitch subscriber, or a Kick subscriber, you also get access to a discounted price over on the merch store. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I will give you the I'll give you the code, the discount code, the special discount code. I think for Twitch it just automatically applies, but if you're on YouTube, it'll tell you, but for Kick you have to kind of reach out and then I'll give it to you, because there's no way for me to like distribute that on the platform, so it'd be like that sometimes. Anyway, so the plan for the rest of the week, just quickly recapping. So today we had Trailer Tuesday. Pretty good Trailer Tuesday until the very end with the spiders. That was not great, but the rest of the trailers were great. Lots of fishing trailers for some reason. You guys are vacation minded, I think. And if you're over oh shit, what was the last? Oh yeah, if you've looked at the list of games for this week, you'll notice that I'll be playing Deadest Disco tomorrow. I'm gonna be trying to actually do some no-hit runs. Like, I know I like joked before that I wasn't gonna do them, but like I've practiced enough now that I think it's actually possible for some of these fights. So I'm gonna try to go for some no-hit runs, and I think I'm also gonna try and get 5 stars on the Aurora fight. I have 5 stars on all the other fights except Aurora on both normal and easy difficulty. So yeah. I've also completed a lot of the challenges and stuff. I've done pretty much most of the things in the game, if not almost all of them. And I have a lot of stuff unlocked now, so it's been good. Really enjoying the game. And then, of course, on Thursday, we're going to be playing Winrose. Now, for Winrose, I'm going to be doing some building. I was able to figure out some mods and stuff that I can use to help me free build and kind of have like a sandbox-like experience. So if you're interested in that, make sure to stick around on Thursday for that stream. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I know I'm running a little bit late. Anyway, I'm gonna let you all go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me make sure I didn't miss any redeems real quick before I go. I think we're good. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, Xolo out.